Hi, I'm JenniferReed. Welcome to Eye on Celebrity. Heidi Klum getting married again? Not so fast. The gorgeous 39-year-old Project Runway host has confirmed that the ring that she's been wearing on her ring finger lately was a gift from her boyfriend, Martin Kirsten. But she says they have no plans to get married. Heidi started dating her former bodyguard last summer, shortly after the shocking end to her marriage to singer Seal. Both Heidi and her new guy were spotted wearing the matching rings, which sparked engagement rumors. But Heidi said, quote, "I did get a present from my boyfriend. He did give me a ring, and he has the same. I am not engaged, and I am not planning to get married anytime soon. It's just a beautiful piece of jewelry, just something nice," unquote. Besides her new ring, Heidi was spotted in New York at the Met Gala looking almost bridal-like in an all-white Marquesa gown with Harry Winston diamonds. Look for her as a new judge for the 8th season of America's Got Talent, which premieres June 4th on NBC. Like so many other celebs, Magic Johnson has now been swatted. But this one is a little different from the other ones because the LAPD is clearly onto the prank now. This time when an anonymous source placed a 911 call claiming multiple shots were fired at Magic's home and even said that someone was being held hostage, the LAPD didn't pull out all the stops, recognizing that the call was far too similar to the other SWAT pranks. They only sent a few patrol cars to check it out rather than the choppers, the SWAT team, and gun-drawn maneuvers like they'd used before. Cops on the scene were able to quickly confirm that it was a prank. Katy Perry would probably like to put a muzzle on her dad these days. Her father is a preacher and has been dedicating a few sermons in her honor, but not exactly in a positive way. It seems he's concerned about her chosen pop star profession and has been asking his congregations to pray for her, even going so far as to call her a, quote, devil child. Katy's dad is Keith Hudson, and he's allegedly been ranting about how his daughter's fans seem to idolize her, preaching, quote, "They ask, how can I preach if I produce a girl who sang about kissing another girl?" referring to Katy's 2008 hit song, "I Kissed a Girl." Hudson went on to say, quote, "I was at a concert of Katy's where there were 20,000. I'm watching this generation and they were going at it. It almost looked like church. I stood there and wept and kept on weeping and weeping. They're loving and worshiping the wrong thing," unquote. According to sources, just as Katy tours concert venues, her parents are touring churches as guest speakers, and it's alleged that they've even been asking for donations to go to Switzerland. Guess they'd prefer not to ask for help from Katy at the moment. Meanwhile, Katy doesn't appear to be batting a false eyelash at her father's attempts to try to heal her. Instead, she's been busy promoting her new signature fragrance called Killer Queen. And yes, the Killer Queen rocked a crown at the Met Gala with her Dolce & Gabbana gown. Okay, see if you can keep this one straight. Charlie Sheen's ex now has custody of his other ex's kids. Confusing, right? As you know, Charlie Sheen used to be married to Denise Richards. After Denise, there was Brooke Mueller, whom Charlie has 2 twin sons with. Evidently, the 4-year-old twin boys, Bob and Max, were removed from Brooke's home due to her alleged drug use. But instead of awarding temporary custody to their father, Charlie Sheen, officials have temporarily placed them with Denise Richards. It's not too surprising because Denise had previously cared for the twins last year while Brooke was in rehab. And according to sources, quote, "She loves the boys and their safety and well-being mean everything to her," unquote. We do know that Charlie fully supports the decision of Child Protective Services to remove the boys from Brooke's care. And according to a statement released, quote, "He knows Max and Bob are safe and in a stable, loving environment with Denise and the boys' sisters," unquote. Let's face it, only in Charlie Sheen world is an ex going to be taking care of her ex's children. A hearing regarding the twins' long-term custody is set for next week. Lindsay Lohan is finally in rehab. She recently checked into the Betty Ford Rehab Facility in Rancho Mirage, California late last Thursday, barely dodging an arrest warrant. And she's reportedly rehired attorney Sean Hawley, who was able to negotiate with Santa Monica attorney Terry White to make the deal that Betty Ford was an acceptable rehab facility by the courts. Lindsay's actually lucky to get back into Betty Ford. As you may recall, the actress got into a huge fight with a Betty Ford staff member back in 2010. Lilo's still has to serve 90 days, and if she doesn't, the judge will put out a warrant for her arrest. Can Lindsay make it the full 3 months? Better get your popcorn ready. Justin Bieber was attacked while on tour in Dubai. Video has been released of a crazed fan running on stage and grabbing the singer from behind in the middle of a song, only to be dragged off by security seconds later. Pretty scary. Justin was at the piano when it all went down, and no one knows who the fan is, but security was able to defuse the situation pretty quickly. No one was hurt, but the same can't be said for Justin's piano, which fell over in the process. And like a pro, Justin continued the show as if nothing had happened. If you're anxious for the new Anchorman sequel, new photos of Will Ferrell and his Ron Burgundy getup have been released. And as you can imagine, he's absolutely ridiculous. The plot of the Anchorman sequel, currently titled Anchorman: The Legend Continues, has been kept under wraps for quite a while now. But these new photos reveal a very interesting detail. In the pictures, Ron Burgundy can be seen fighting a mechanical shark. Will reportedly has a stand-in for the film, but he can be seen in the water in this particular scene, so he's clearly performing at least some of his own stunts. The film is set for a December 20th release. That's all for now. I'm Jennifer Reed. Don't forget to hit us up on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at @IOnCelebrity.